Welcome to Dance Mogul Magazine. We are live in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Elementz Dance Convention. We are here with Chuck Maldonado, the CEO and founder or co-founder of Elementz Dance Convention. Chuck, thank you for having us. We appreciate you. Can you help our audience to understand the whole concept of the dance convention and why you decided to work with Tom to do this?
Yeah, well, when Tom came to me about the idea, for me it was about having a platform where I can reach dancers from all over and educate them about the industry. If they want to become industry dancers, it's important for them to know what it feels like and what steps they need to take in order to become an industry working dancer. So we created this so that we can go everywhere so we can reach out to kids that normally don't have either the resources or the ability to get to LA and find out on their own. And that's why we created Elementz Dance Convention.
Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and boom, ha, boom, boom, boom. Feel good?
Yeah! Okay, so let me just understand this and break this down for the younger viewers. Based on your education background, because I know you were a teacher at one point in your life, you went to college, you're a teacher, so based on your educational background and your actual hands-on industry knowledge, you're able to create a platform where you can help not only educate the dancers, but give them the hands-on information of what the industry is looking for.
That's right. You know, everything from how to get industry pictures, how to create resumes. So it's a dance for me. It's more than steps. There's a lot of great dancers out there, and we all know that the best dancers don't get the jobs. You have to have a business mind. You have to understand how to brand yourself, be able to network, and get to these choreographers, directors, and producers, and people that are actually doing the hiring. And that's why we're here, to educate them and show them how to do that.
Now, one thing I've gotten as I've talked to a whole bunch of different people, whether it was online or in person, you have been already mentoring people in this capacity on an individual basis over the years, but now you've decided to work with Tom and the great team that you have to sort of like help the masses to go from city to city to help make these kind of connections with individuals.
That is correct. We all are given, God gives us all a gift, whatever it is, whether it be a gift of being a doctor or a lawyer, a teacher, a dancer. And for me, my gift is being a dancer and a choreographer. And it's not called a gift by accident. It's called a gift because you are supposed to give it away, give it back. And that's what we want to do. I want to be able to give my God-given gift to others and share my experiences and give it back in dance, give it back to them in the knowledge. A lot of dancers go to LA, they have a very hard and difficult time kind of getting through the industry because they don't understand what they need to do, where to go, who to contact, what classes to take. And we are here to give you that so that when you get there, you're not lost in LA.
Thank you for that. This whole concept of giving and the way you speak of it, you know, so freely, it's not a new concept, but it's kind of new the way you're actually showing and helping the next generation for them to see how they need to be givers and how being a giver helps to connect us to the bigger picture of the world. How is it that you learned that?
It was instilled in me since I was a little boy. It came from my parents. My parents are very giving people, and I never knew anything different. And the only time when I really learned that people weren't as giving is when I went to college and I started meeting other people, and they didn't come from that background. They're a little bit more selfish, and I didn't understand it because that's not where I came from. So what I had to do was detach myself from those people that weren't like me and started really being around people that were more like me. But also, and when I say detach, I don't mean like not be their friends or whatever. I can still be your friend and not be near you, because to me, I never really hated anyone, but I loved myself enough, so much that I didn't want to be around any of that negative or a selfishness or unloving feeling or space. So again, to answer your question, I learned it from my family, my mom, my dad, my brother. Everybody's so giving. I mean, we would give our last dollar to help someone.
Thank you for that. One thing I notice about you is that, like you said, you not just only teach them dance, but you also teach them humility and gratefulness. How has that helped your career to be humble and grateful for the work assignments that you did and did not get?
Right. I'm just as grateful for the things that I didn't get as for the things that I do get in my life, because I feel that there's something greater than I am that is actually driving and steering my life, and I believe that's God for me. So grateful, as if I just got $1 billion, and then it was easy for me to be rewarded with the next big thing, and it just kept going and going, and it all came from gratitude and just being grateful and just being happy and knowing that this could be taken away from me at any given moment, and that's why I'm so grateful.
I think that's great. I think the reason why I dwell on gratefulness, humility, and gratitude and things like that so much is because it's so easy for us as human beings to start to feel a sense of pride as we start to progress. You've done so many things. You've done movies and just, you've worked with so many great people. And I think I always ask these same kind of questions whenever I meet you, because I think it's so important for young people to kind of see how you continue to stay humble. Is there a formula that you use to help you to stay humble and not to feel so prideful when you, like this 3-day convention would make anybody feel a sense of pride and just ego and feel like, they're on top of the world and that they're better than the next person. How do you manage to maintain a level-headed thought process in the midst of your success?
That's a good question. It's a very difficult question for me to answer, because I guess like when I do the things that I do, whether it be movies or commercials or work with artists, it's not who I am. It's just what I do for a living, and I know how to detach myself from my job and who I am as a person. And at the end of the day, if you was to take all that away from me, I am still who I am, which is a person who is grateful and kind and want to help others. So when people talk about my jobs or the movies that I've done, that's not really who I am. That's just what I do for a living. Kind of like if you're a doctor, yeah, that's what I do. But when I come home, I'm still, a dad, a brother, a friend, a cousin to someone, and that's how I stay humble, because I detach myself from that world. Also, another reason why it's easy for me to do that is because I know that at any given time that could be taken away from me, and if I was to lose all that, then who am I? What am I? And I think about that all the time, and I want people to say, well, yeah, he may or may not, I don't know what you think of me, but you may or may not think that I'm a good choreographer. But if you was to take that away from me, then who am I as a person? Chuck Maldonado. I'm kind, I'm giving, I'm loving, and I will do anything for you. And I also believe that we were here to help each other. And I like to help people. And in helping people, if I have all this pride and all this, I am Chuck Maldonado, choreographer of Step Up Revolution, stomp the, when you start to think that way, you have no time for others then. Yeah. So I have to stay away. And that's how I do it all the time.
Stay grounded. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. And another reason why that's important to me, because just this whole convention, with the energy of a convention or a piece, a choreography piece, from my perspective, is the energy of the individual and the dancers, but also the artistic director and the people behind the scenes that's helping to produce the number. So just the energy that I received from you and Tom and just everybody that was involved, there's just a certain level of loving caringness that, that I was able to feel. So I'm sure the parents and also the students were able to feel that too. Is that something that you guys definitely look to carry with you with all of the conventions that you do?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're our clients. These people are coming here to see us, so to me, they matter. And every individual to me matter. I don't care who you are, how young you are. I don't care how many things you've done or not done. To me, you matter. And for me, it's about love. Love is probably the most used word in the whole entire world. If you Google, love is probably used more than any other word. And it's very powerful. So that's what we want to do. We want to love on people. We want to let them know that they matter. It's not about the money, as you know, because if it was, we would never be charging what we charge for this convention. For me, it's about being able to have that platform, educate, give back, and love on these people. And let them know that you are here for a reason, that you have a purpose, and I'm here to help you. I'm going to be your purpose mate. I'm going to tell you what you need to do and how you can do it. It's up to you whether you want to do it or not, but at the end of the day, I want to give you that love. It's my responsibility as a person and as an entertainer in this industry.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you about the individuals, the choreographers that you chose to be a part of this convention. And I want to know, why did you choose these specific individuals? And you can name them and just talk about, a little bit about them and, what you wanted them to give to the kids.
Right. For me, choosing the choreographers were very important. The first thing in choosing them, they had to be an industry working choreographer. They had to have done something, because in order to teach, you have to have experienced that first. The second thing was choosing choreographers that were like me, kind, giving, loving. Also, of course, talented. I needed to pick talented choreographers. And to me, those are the two biggest things for me, that that you are kind, that you are giving, that you are talented, and they were my friends. I mean, I love them to death, and we've done so much work in the past together, and I wanted to be able to share that with the world, with this convention here in Charlotte. And that's how, it was a really simple process for me. Did you work? Yes. Cool. What have you done? Cool. Kids love that movie, love that artist, love that thing. And just knowing them and knowing what they've done and how they've done it is important.
Okay. Now, when you look back at this whole weekend, for me and Anthony, it's been a great experience. We were able to see the workshops. We were able to see the camaraderie and just the energy of the environment. And it was just a family kind of environment. It was almost like a family reunion.
Yeah.
Whereas people were just almost like everybody knew each other, and we even feel like we are part of everybody's family because of the way everybody treated us and made us feel.
Right.
And so, is that what you're looking to do, to just grow like an extended family of just camaraderie and love and just success in general, but under those kind of guides of love and gratefulness?
Absolutely. That's what we want to do. Every single person, from the concession stand to the parking lot attendant to
mothers, you mentioned everybody.
Yeah, every single person is important to us, and everybody has their role, and we want to continue to work with them and employ them and take them on as we continue this journey. And it's very important that they're just like us, that they love and that they care, and that they really want to make a difference in someone's life.
So, in summary, what I'm taking away is, one of the things that you're doing in terms of preparing the youth for their future, in terms of their dance career, is also leading by example with this whole concept of a convention from a family perspective, meaning leading with love and so forth, so that in the future, when they get of age and they want to help the next generation, they're going to do it from within their heart and soul, and they can see some of the examples that you help them to understand, and that's something you want them to learn too.
That's right. I want them to learn, and they have to learn by us, by example. And they see us, and they see how we do it, and we do it with so much passion and with so much love. And I'm hoping that one day they do the same for others.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
In conclusion, I know you have a long list of names that you may want to thank, but I want to just give you this opportunity to maybe talk about some of the staff, whether it's Tom, LaShawn, just anybody that you want to, give a shout out to that you guys work tirelessly, in putting this together, Rob, and just some of the people.
Yeah. There's a lot of people I want to thank. Of course, number one, I have to thank Tom for believing in me and for bringing this idea to the table. He worked extremely hard, because I don't live in Charlotte, as you know, so me being in LA, it's very difficult for me to do the running around stuff, and he did a lot of that. LaShawn, who I attended college with, North Carolina A&T, love her to death. She's her name is Love. That is Love. She's happy-go-lucky, full of joy. Her sister Tasha, the very same person, love. Just want to love on all these babies. Rob, who did our filming, love him to death. He's someone who is a filmmaker and he's growing. He goes to film school and we're kind of helping each other. We're giving him the opportunity, and then in turn, he does this for us. Some of my assistants and people that work with me on stage, like Jared, Fuel, as well as our other Jared. I have two Jareds. I like to give a shout out to them because they were there for me, and anytime that I wanted to teach them this dance so they can, assist me, they never said no. They were eager, they were hungry, and they wanted to do this as well. So they have the same passion that I do. And all of the mothers, because I can't forget Tom's fiance, Keisha. That girl worked her butt off, never complained, never said no. And she has a regular job, and she was up all night doing things for us, booking tickets and for the choreographers, and just making sure everything ran smoothly for us. So I can't even think everybody's name, but I just want to say thank you to everyone who participated. I don't care if he was the parking attendant, I don't care if he was the janitor sweeping up, the dancers, the parents, just everybody for being a part of this amazing convention and for believing in me and us and our dreams, and making this the #1 dance convention in the world.
Yes, and that it is. And one last question for the road. Tell us what we can look forward to as far as your work and something that,
Industry-wise?
Yes. What do you have coming out?
Well, we just finished, my friend Draco, who is one of the choreographers, just finished choreographing the movie Ghostbusters, which they're making a second Ghostbusters after many years. And I'm like, are you serious? He said, yeah, come on, we'll have fun in Boston. I'm like, okay. So look out for that movie. And then, of course, I have a lot of other commercials and videos and things that I'm working on. But most importantly, I just finished writing out a reality show that I just got, I forgot the technical name for it. But it's when you go through the Writers Guild of America. It's a pilot, but it's definitely a pilot. I wrote out a pilot, but it's registered. Here we go. It is registered with the Writers Guild of America. So I just got that done, and now I'm starting to pitch my new reality show. So that's in the works, and that's going to be something in the future where I'm going to be producing more things as opposed to choreographing.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank
Young
you.
dancers, this is why Chuck is a dance mogul. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.